Greetings. This is Pamela, aka Poestis, Cultural Transformation Catalyst, Educator, and Poet. I will be your guide during the Women's Empowerment series as we continue to usher in a new era of feminine empowerment through poetry and talk. This talk today speaks to the absence of authentic feminine leadership models that are available to young girls and young women as they grow and develop and enter into the work world. Do you want to be empowered both socially and professionally? Then follow this series and log into my blog at womenisempowermentseries.com. My writings, they reflect the female model for the world. It highlights the external forces that try to control her and the internal forces that drive her to self-actualize. The conflict today is going to be played out in the virtual world. This is a driving force of knowledge and power. The empowered woman has the power to name her own reality, and she also has a self-determination that aims to name her own destiny. The words express my deepest sentiment and how my role as a woman, a daughter, and a leader exceed the expectations that have been prearranged for me. I refuse to be molded, and as a result, this caused rejection by other people in my life. So inside I ran. I want you to experience my personal liberation and encourage you to journal and blog during the next 30-day virtual retreat that begins in April. You can discover your feminine essence and your personal leadership style. The aim of this series is to empower 1 million feminine leaders for the 21st century. During the 30 days, you will discover your feminine essence and experience a renaissance in your feminine leadership abilities. You are the new generation of womenist leaders who express their full power through the feminine form. I want you to make peace with your softness and vulnerability and stop living with a guided heart. During the 30 days, you will connect with your feminine essence, that thing which makes you a womanist transformation leader. Your personal power and magnetism will grow as you connect with your authentic source of power. Womenist leaders, they share knowledge, they seek understanding, and they transform the situation they find themselves in into something of value. If you want to discover a source of feminine energy and acknowledge the feminine aspect of life and reclaim your rightful place in society, then this is the series for you. Thank you again for joining in to this day 13 as we begin to dialogue about this ideal of mindfulness. Mindfulness, the storytelling mind. The story I told myself was that no one loved me. I don't know where it came from or how it just came about. I did think back to a time when I was left home alone and while my family went to church. I was about 7 or 8 years old. When my mother left out the door, I felt alone and afraid, hurt and bewildered, and I felt no one cared. The story soon lodged in my mind and my body, and it took hold, and consequently I suffered because of the emotional weight of holding on to this story for so long. I felt unloved and worthless. I felt that no one loved me. What is the story that you have been telling yourself? Is it true? Where did it come from? Was it the product of a young mind not fully developed? Join me in this 30-day journal as you chronicle the rise of the new human community. You are that new human community. You will let go of the story that no longer serves you, and you will become your authentic self, and you will create a new story that serves you. As not as I have created this new story, that I am a womanist empowerment leader that empowers young women and help them to discover their own personal gifts to the world. Thank you again for tuning in. You have a great evening.